Hi, we're back on the floor, as you can tell. I couldn't really think of a video to do this week. I'm having a very hard time coming up with ideas. Hello. For videos. My plants aren't really needing anything chore-wise. I was gonna do like a prepping for winter video, which I might still do, but there's not really much that I feel the need to do. Normally that would consist of me moving plants around and blah 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 blah, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm just, the well of ideas is currently a little dry. So we're gonna do another chit-chatty one, but this one is gonna be me showing you all of my Anthurium, because as you know, I went through a bit of an Anthurium phase recently, and I have a lot. I don't have like a crazy amount. Well, that depends on what you think is crazy. I have a decent amount. They're all in that seasonal change, like last burst of energy. So we have a lot of new leaves, we have some inflows. It's very exciting. And most of them are very young, so they might be a little boring. We'll go through those first, and then we'll move on to my big boys. I also know that you've seen most of these recently, so this might be a little repetitive, so I apologize for that, but that's what we're doing. So, okay, we'll start smallest and then we'll work our way up. So I have 3 baby Anthurium. The 2 smallest ones that I have were given to me by Vlad. Hi Vlad. And they're still small enough to where they don't really have a whole lot of traits, visible traits. They look very similar. This one is a Dorayaki X Dresslery, and it's so itty bitty and cute. It's itty bitty. She's in Fluval Stratum. This one I have them sitting under my, I think this is a T8 light, and my baby's sitting under there. And unfortunately that is also bare tail height territory, and we were playing and his tail just fully knocked this one off the shelf. It went flying, it opened, Fluval Stratum went everywhere. It was really annoying to clean up, but we got it cleaned up. I got it resituated in here. There is some dog hair mixed into the Fluval Stratum now, but that's okay. She seems to be doing fine. She's not freaking out about it or anything. But she's really cute and I'm excited. You're gonna hear me say I'm excited to watch these grow like 50 times in this video. I'm so sorry. But she's gonna be such a cutie patootie when she's bigger. And then the other one that he gave me is this Panamama 3.0 X Doxblock Michelle, who's also in a cute little Fluval Stratum setup. She hasn't done much since I've gotten her, I'm gonna be honest. We don't have any new leaves. It doesn't look like she wants to put out a new leaf anytime soon. She's kinda just chilling, and I'm not gonna worry about that until I see her like declining. She's not declining, she's just kind of stagnant right now, but she'll be a stunner when she's older. She's just a little baby for now. And then this one I need to make a tag for because I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. This was a freebie from Green Reaper Co. when I ordered my Gator Bod, who we will see shortly. This is a little freebie, and I repotted her recently because she put out her 4th leaf, and I just can't remember what she is, so I need to figure that out. I have it somewhere. Like, I have it on video, me opening it and being like, oh, this is a blah, 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 blah. So she is not technically annoyed. I just need to make a label for her. But she had a little bit of variegation on her 2nd leaf, and I believe on her 3rd leaf. Little tiny bit of variegation, which I was very, very excited for. But I don't see any on this new 4th leaf. So I'm not gonna hold my breath and assume that she's a variegated Anthurium, but it would be cool if she was. It's okay if she's not though, but she's doing really good. I got her potted up in this little 2-inch pot. I can see roots. She seems to be settling in quite well. I was very scared about repotting this one because I don't know, it was so small and I was like, it's gonna die, but she's doing good. This is my Anthurium Dressleri NSE X Carla Blackiate PM1, which is a lot of nonsense words if you don't care about Anthurium, but I won this in a Palm Street Live from okay, I think it's Plantyweeb is the username. I'll double check. Her lives are fun. She's a cool person, and I think that this is going to be a stunner when she gets bigger. This is her newest leaf, and she's already starting to get dark and velvety and pillowy. This leaf does have some cosmetic damage, but I noticed that within the last, like, the most recent generation of leaves on my Anthurium, a lot of them are having these holes. You'll see more going through, which I'm sure is a humidity thing, but my humidity's remained relatively the same. It's gonna go down now because we're in winter and we have the heaters on, and that dries out the air more. So hopefully everyone adjusts. But yeah, that's like a weird thing that everyone decided to do, which I don't love, but whatever. But very, very pretty leaf, and she's doing well. You can see my username on it. I think her veins are really pretty. She was a really pretty color when she was coming in and emerging. Yeah, she's gonna be a cool one. I'm excited to see this one get bigger. This one I also won in a Palm Street Live. However, this one is pissing me off. This is a Blue Velvet XL from Steve's Leaves. She's pretty, but she has decided that she really likes having spider mites, which I don't particularly care for because she's up there with all my other Anthurium, and I don't want to, and it's only her, and I've sprayed her down. She has webs on her fucking soil again. I sprayed her down multiple times, and I just added more systemic granules to her soil. It got to the point where I just cut off most of her leaves. The leaf that she put out right before this one was making contact with the soil, like the stem was making contact with the soil. Rotted. Cool, thanks. And then she had spider mites for the second time, and her other leaves were yellow and crispy. I don't know what her deal is. I don't know why she's such a diva. So I cut off all of her other leaves. I left this one because it was a fresh emergent, and I see webbing on the soil. There's like a layer of webbing. I don't know if that's new or if it's old. I don't see spider mites on her, and I don't really see spider mite damage on this leaf. So I don't know, she's just kind of irking me, but it's fine. This leaf is really pretty. She's beautiful, and I got her basically for free, so I won't be too upset as long as she stops getting spider mites and doesn't infect my whole collection over here. This one is I never know how to pronounce it out loud. I can say it in my head, but Wendelingeri, is that right? It's one of the long strappy Wendy Anthuriums with the like spiral inflow, I think. Vlad gave me this one, and she hasn't done much. I've had her for a couple months now, and the leaves that she's been putting out just aren't really sizing up. And then she put one out that like it either died or rotted off or something. I don't even know where it went. It just was gone. The stem just doesn't have anything. But she does have this leaf coming out, which looks promising. So we'll see how she does. Oh, I didn't get my Vitterifolium down. That's really hard to get down. I'll put in some B-roll of my Vitterifolium if I remember to get that. Just right now, just while we're talking about our Strappy Anthurium. My Vitterifolium has a new leaf coming out that is sizing up really, really nicely. I'm liking him right now. And then, we'll stay on with the Vlad Anthuriums for a second. I'll show you these two at once. Okay, Diva, this is dramatic. These are two siblings from the same hybrid batch. And I did give my third to one of my friends, my third one that wasn't really sizing up at all. Yeah, I gave it to one of my friends and she's loving it. I just think it'll do better not in my, it wasn't getting what it needed to size up for me, I don't think, even though these two were. So I really liked these two. I'm very emotionally attached to this one. And that one was just not doing well and taking up a lot of room. Not a lot of room. That one was just not doing well, and I didn't feel the need to keep it when I had two that I really, really liked. So we have her siblings. I love these two. They are both putting out new leaves right now. This one has this leaf. Really pretty. This one is inchworming this leaf right now. It's trying to get itself stuck. But these leaves, it's sizing up beautifully. I love the color of these leaves. It's almost got like a bit of brown in it. It's really, really pretty. I've figured out I'm not a huge chunky vein kind of girl when it comes to Anthuriums. I prefer like velvety and pillowy and spidery veins, but something about this one it's really doing it for me. I don't know why. I just love the tone of green. And the leaves are really cute shapes. So I'm excited to see this leaf harden up. This one I think is a lighter green, less velvety. The way that plant hybrids work is very similar to human children. So even though you have a whole batch of plants, of babies that came from the same crossing, like the same batch of seeds, they will have different traits of the parents. Like no two will be the same. So I'm excited to see how different these two are. But I love this one so much. Another Anthurium from Vlad. Another Anthurium from Vlad. This is my Papilliaminum aureae. It put out this leaf not long ago, which I think is a really cool shape. It's kind of like cupped, if that makes sense. It's not very flat. And then we have this leaf coming out, which has a little bit of edema, whoopsies, but what a beautiful color. I hope the camera's picking it up well. Yeah, she's a stunner. I'm so excited to watch this one get bigger. I love Papilliaminums. I love Papilliaminum aureae. Anything with like bunny earlobes. Anything with interesting lobes, frankly, I like. So I'm thrilled to watch this one get bigger. And I'm excited to watch this leaf harden off and see how we're doing in the maturing process. So cute. That like rusty pinky orange to the glowy green veins. Shut up. Okay, I think those are all the ones. Oh no, literally this one that's sitting right next to me. This is my Nigrolaminum that Vlad gave me as well. Hi Vlad. It didn't do anything for a while. It was a one leaf wonder for a bit there, and then we put out this leaf, which is starting to size up. It is so cool. I love how flat this sinus is. And then we have this leaf coming out. It just started pushing this one out not too long ago. So she's very, very fresh. I can tell she's gonna be a little asymmetrical, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. This is one that I don't know where to put, especially when she gets bigger. I think it's so cool. And as much as I do love a pillowy, velvety leaf, this like leathery leaf with like no veins also kind of does something for me. Very cool Anthurium. So we're waiting for this guy to get bigger and we'll see if I need to move him. Hopefully not, but we'll figure it out. He's cool. I like him. I think he's very unique in my collection. Let's knock out these over here. So this is my quote-unquote Anthurium Delta Force. I loved this one for a very, very long time, and then I found out that it was probably not a pure Delta Force, which a pure Delta Force is still a hybrid, but it is probably a Delta Force crossed with a Clarinervum or something. It's just not, it's not Delta Forcing the way that it should be. And I think when Delta Force hit the market, in order to help kind of bump their numbers up, they crossed them with something that wouldn't change how it looks too much. And they pumped that out as Delta Force, even though it's not really, honestly, truly a Delta Force. And ever since I found that out, it left a bad taste in my mouth in like a I was lied to kind of way. And also I realized that she's never going to look the way that I wanted her to look, the way that I bought her expecting her to look. She's still beautiful. This is the most recent leaf, and she's putting out this one. She's still a beautiful Anthurium. I just kind of have some one-sided beef with her now, which is unfortunate. I've considered getting rid of her because every time I look at her, I'm like, I was lied to, and you're never gonna be what I wanted you to be. But I think I just kind of have to get over that and accept her as who she is, and she's still a beautiful Anthurium, and it's okay. I do think that is a very icky practice for businesses to do. Vlad has one that looks very similar, and he actually like hunted down where they were sourced from, and apparently his said that they are pure Delta Forces, but they're tissue culture, which is a whole other thing, because I think we're realizing that tissue culture affects how the plant grows. So I don't know, I'm just, she's pretty, and I loved her so much, and then stuff happened, and now I'm kind of just like, okay, whatever. So I moved her. She's over in my plant corner now. This leaf is hardening off. We'll see. She's never gonna look the way that I want her to, and that's fine. I just have to accept that. And then we have what I do believe could be, I'm not gonna say is, but could be my #1 favorite Anthurium in my collection as of right now. We have some like tight runner-ups, but I think she's really stolen my heart. This is my Velvet Moira. I love her so much. She was kind of on a whim purchase. Like, I had never heard of this type of Anthurium before, but I saw Seattle Plant Daddy post her on his story, and I was like, I'm gonna go look at that. And then I bought her, and she has brought me nothing but joy. I really, really love this one. She's very dry. Whoopsies. But her new leaves, she has a new one coming out, and as you can tell, it's very, very red. And then she's gonna go through this whole rainbow while she hardens off, and she's beautiful, stunning. I need to get like clips of her hardening off, but it takes a while, obviously. So well maybe I'll do that and I'll post it on my Instagram or something, I don't know. But genuinely, I love her so much. I love her so much. I love watching her leaves. Even when they're hardened off, I love how her leaves look. I messed this one up a little bit. She's got a little bit of a tear right there. That's on me. She's been a dream. I adore her. I'm like foaming at the mouth, gnawing on the bars of my enclosure to see this leaf when it gets a little bit bigger and starts going through that whole rainbow process. I'm so excited. Honestly, truly fantastic Anthurium. And then I just talked about this guy in my last video, but this is my Penetratiatum. He is stunning. I love him so much. He's chilling in his new home. He's officially on the floor. I'm getting dirt all over this blanket. He has an inflow coming out. I'm gonna let him go through this whole inflow process, even though I don't plan on breeding him with anything anytime soon. We're just gonna let him have that just to take a break from putting energy into leaves. He's fine. He's chilling. I do need to repot him into a bigger pot, but for now he's happy. I'm not going to really talk about him for too much because I talked about him in the last video, but I love him. He's a stunner. He is the moment. I think more people should have and appreciate this Anthurium because, like, what a unique looking guy. We'll knock off everything that's on this chair and then we'll finish up with my big ones in the back. This is one of the runner-ups for favorite. This is my Gatorbod X Self. I do love this one. I love the shape of the leaves. It has a new leaf coming in. You can tell it goes through a really cool color change process. It's very, well, you can't really see it in this lighting actually, but it's very red, very dark red, and then slowly transitions into green, and it's really fun to watch. These old leaves got a little crispy from adjusting to my humidity in my home. I believe that it grew up in I'm assuming it grew up in a grow tent, so it just threw a little bit of a fit, but he's fine now. He does have a little bit, again, of that cosmetic damage where it's just like a hole where it's, yeah, I don't know, it has that too, but grows like a weed. I love the shape, I love the texture, I love the color. He's stunning. I just wish he looked a little bit prettier right now. I'm probably gonna chop these gross crusty leaves off soon. We'll see. I feel bad because they're not even like that bad. He's not the best to look at right now, but I do love him very much. Oh, and I love his name, Gatorbod. Mwah. And the bright pink stem. Hello? Is it already pushing out a new leaf while this one's hardening off? You are insane. And then this guy is my Papillium from Tropicals. Do we have a new leaf coming in? I don't think so. I wish. Looks really, really rough. I've lamented about him enough, I think, that you guys are probably sick of it. I think he has so much potential. I love the leaf shape. I love his veining. I love his color. I love his lobes. He has so much potential. He just needs to really lock in and put out a new leaf so I can cut this monstrosity off. And he just doesn't seem to want to do that anytime soon, unfortunately. Womp womp. And then I love how this one's growing with all of the leaves kind of piling up on each other. This is my King Clarinervum. As you can tell, he has an inflow coming out. I'm letting it go through the inflow process. I'm gonna collect some of this pollen for Vlad so he gets to breed with it. He has a bottom cutting from this one as well. This guy's just like a little tank. He's kind of a sleeper in my collection. I don't think I appreciate him as much as I should, but his leaves are sizing up insane. He's got an inflow, he's happy. He doesn't put out so many leaves that he's like overwhelming, but he's putting them out often enough that I'm not like, hello, knock knock, is anyone home? He's just my stable little guy, and I do love him. I love his leaves. I think he's beautiful. I think I should appreciate him more though, but what a little cutie patootie. Last but possibly least, Again, one that I talked about in my last video. This is my crystallinum, just straight up crystallinum, not a hybrid. I'm sure it's not like pure and impressive, but it's a crystallinum. It's still hardening off a little bit, this leaf right here, this messed up leaf, but we do have an inflow spike. Yay! Yeah, it's fine. It could be worse, I guess. He's not like infested with pests. Oh my god, I just slapped myself in the face. He's not infested with pests. He could be worse, but he could be better. And I think he needs to realize that. Okay, time for my big ones. We'll do this guy first. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I am so scared anytime I touch this one because he's growing in such an insane way. And I have knocked him over twice already. So I prefer not to knock him over again. But this is my King Anthurium. Hello. Hi. What you doing? Oh, good stretch. Oh, wow. Oh, big yawn. This is my King Anthurium, Anthurium vichii. I do love this one. He is kind of frustrating me a little bit because of how he's growing. This leaf is completely sideways, just straight up a 90-degree angle to this guy. Insane. But we do have this leaf, this new leaf, which again has some of those little fun dry spot hole things, but this is not done hardening off and spreading out and expanding. So I'm excited but also nervous to see how big it gets, just because I don't know where to put this guy. He is insane. I could put him up on a wall, but I don't have a wall that I think he would be happy in. He needs to be repotted, not even because he needs to be repotted, but for the sake of stability. I want him in a bigger or heavier pot. Yeah, I just need to figure him out, and I think I've been postponing that because I don't know if I have any solutions to my problems with him. But he's beautiful. I love him so much. This is a classic. Oh, that new leaf is beautiful. This is the first time I've seen it from the front. Wow. And then, oh my god, last but not least is my GG hybrid. She's a Magnificum and Nigrolaminum GG hybrid, which, hey, this is one of the parent plants. And ever since she finished her most recent inflow, I collected the pollen off of it. I cut the inflow off, and I think she's just been recovering ever since. We had this leaf coming out at the same time as the inflow, and it didn't really size up, but that makes sense because she had new leaf and inflow at the same time. So I think she's just been in recovery mode. She hasn't put out any more leaves. I think we might be pregnant with one right now, so we'll see. But I love her. She's one of my favorites for sure. I love her color. She's so dark. I love the color of her stems. Everything about her, she's great. I love the shape of her leaves. She grows like a weed for me. She is my perfect daughter. I love her. And I can never say enough nice things about her. The only thing, if I could change something about this Anthurium, I would want her to have velvety leaves. But other than that, she's my sweet girl. I love her. She sits in my kitchen. She gets a decent amount of light. She's happy. She doesn't cause any problems for me. She's fantastic. I love her so much. She's possibly a little plain looking, but I think she's a stunner. And again, such a good grower. My perfect angel. Mwah. Okay, I don't know we're just gonna put you down here for now. All right. So that is it. That is my whole Anthurium collection. I have, I think, a good amount. Could I have a couple more? Maybe, but I think I need to keep in mind that these things get big. They get very, very big. So we just gotta remember that and not keep buying babies and being like, well, they don't take up much space, because they will. Just wait, they will. Eventually I am gonna have to figure out something to do with a lot of these when they size up. We'll worry about that when that day comes. We'll cross that bridge when it gets here. But I don't think it's gonna be here anytime soon. So with that, thank you for hanging out with me. If you want to follow me anywhere else, I am Pretty Pluto Kitty on all social medias, and my plant Instagram is Pretty Planty Kitty. If you want to hang out again, you can subscribe, maybe hit the notification bell. Let me know which Anthurium in my collection is your favorite, or if you have any that you think that I would like, that I should add to my collection, let me know. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Goodbye.